last lecture we have discussed the properties on finite cyclic group. I assuming that आप सबने वो read up कर लिए होंगे, go through हो गए होंगे. Next we will start with the application of the finite cyclic group. How we can apply on some of the important terms. So first हमने discuss किया था कि if G be a finite group, so just जो भी properties थी, we are recalling that all the properties. G be a finite group, then G is a cyclic if and only if there exists A belongs to G such that order of A must be same as order of G. कोई भी finite group cyclic कब होगा? और a finite group is a cyclic if and only if it has an element whose order must be equal to order of the group. So this one is the first property. We have proved that. What is use of this property? With the help of this property, we directly say that every group of prime order is a cyclic group. So जितने भी prime order के groups होंगे, they must be cyclic group. For example, group of order 2, group of order 3, group of order 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, all these groups are cyclic groups. Why? So let G be a group of order P. P is a prime number. G is any group whose order is P and P is the prime number. So this implies for all A belongs to G, order of A divides P, because order of every element divides order of group. So this implies order of this A can be either 1 or P, and this implies order of A is P if A is a non-identity. Now order of group is a prime number, so definitely P is a greater than or equal to 2. So there must exist some A belongs to G such that A should not be identity. क्योंकि आपके ग्रुप में एटलीस्ट 2 एलिमेंट हैं, तो ग्रुप must have a non-identity element, or if there is a non-identity element in this group, then order of that element is order of A is P, which should be same as order of P. और अगर किसी भी ग्रुप के पास उस ऑर्डर का एलिमेंट मिल जाए, then it must be cyclic. If any group which has an element whose order is the same as order of the element, order of the group, then it must be cyclic. Hence, we have proved that every group of a prime order is a cyclic. So, next property based on this cyclic. If H and K are any two cyclic subgroup, or cyclic subgroup, or subgroup of a group which is a cyclic in itself, H and K are any two cyclic subgroup of G such that order of H is the same as say order of K is the same as say N. So आपके पास H और K दो cyclic subgroup हैं जिनका order same है और finite order. Then notation define करते हैं G of H, which is X belongs to H such that X is generator of H, and G of K, say Y belongs to K with Y is generator of K. So GH is a set of all generators of H and GK must be set of all generators of K. Obviously, cardinality of GH is a phi n and cardinality of GK also phi n. Because we have already proved that if G be a cyclic group of order n, then it must have exactly phi n generators, where phi n is Euler phi function. You can easily calculate by formula. So cardinality of GH must be same as cardinality of GK. And extra property is GH intersection GK is either empty or GH should be same as GK. So basically, if H and K are any two cyclic subgroup or two cyclic group with the same order, or basically two cyclic subgroup of same order, then the generators of these two cyclic subgroup either all are common or the generators are never common. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि एक जनरेटर कॉमन है बाकी कॉमन नहीं. Generators are either all are common or none of them is common. So why this? So assume करते हैं if A belongs to H or H is generated by A and A belongs to K. So assuming that there is a generator of H which is a member of K. Since K is a subgroup, so this implies A to the power R must be belonging to this for all R varying from 1 to 2. For every R, this is since A is a subgroup, so A belongs to this, A square, A cube and so on. And A square, A cube up to A to the power n identity. These all are distinct elements of H because H is generated by P. So this implies H must contain the P. Or if H contained in K, order of H and order of K is the same, so definitely H equal to P. So basically, आपने क्या proof किया? If any generator of H is a member of K, then H must be equal to K. So that is, the generators of two distinct cyclic subgroup of a same order in any group never common. The intersection of a generators of any two cyclic subgroup of same order is either empty or they must be same. What is use of this property again? Next one is, if G be any group of order n. So G be any group of order n, need not be cyclic, need not be abelian, need not be non-abelian. It can be anything, any random group. Then task is the number of elements of order K in G. तो किसी भी ग्रुप में किसी K ऑर्डर के कितने एलिमेंट्स हो सकते हैं? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, if G be a group of, तो लास्ट क्लास में हमने एक क्वेश्चन दिया था, G be a group of order say 20, then possible number of elements of order 5 in G. First option is say 4, second is 6, third is 10, and fourth is 14 element. These are possible options here. Out of these four options, which of following is possible? So how to calculate this calculation? So in general, अगर आपके पास G कोई भी ग्रुप है of order n, then task is the possible number of element of order k in G. So let's do general calculation and then we will come to this question. So first situation, if there does not exist any element of order k, so अगर G के पास कोई एलिमेंट नहीं है ऑर्डर k का, so obviously we have done nothing to discuss. Next is, if there exists A belongs to G such that order of A is k. अगर आपके पास एक भी एलिमेंट है जिसका ऑर्डर k है, then what we can conclude that? So this implies we can have H which is generated by A, a cyclic subgroup of G of order k, because every element in every group generates a cyclic subgroup whose order is same as order of the element. So A का order k है, so A must generate a cyclic subgroup and order of H is k, and this implies the number of generators in H. So H में number of generator is exactly 5k, and an element is a generator if and only if order of that element is the same as the order of the group. So we can say that this implies number of elements of order k in H is exactly 5. Or if order of this element is k in H, so obviously order of this element in G is also k, because order of element in a subgroup and order of element in a group is never changed. So if order of element in H is, number of element of order k in H is 5k, so definitely G has at least 5k elements of order k. So what we have concluded that if G has one element of order k, then there must exist at least 5k elements of order. अगर एक भी एलिमेंट मिल गया तो गारंटी है कि मिनिमम 5k एलिमेंट जरूर होंगे. Now what next? If there exists, say B belongs to G such that B does not belong to H and order of B is K. So basically B is an element of order K which is not among these 5k. So in 5k elements, these 5k elements of order K, so इनके अलावा एक और एलिमेंट अगर एग्जिस्ट करता है, so B is an element of G of order K but not belonging to H. So definitely B is not a generator of H because it does not belong to H. Then we can define H1 which is generated by B, which has element B, B square, B cube, B to the power k is identical. So definitely order of H1 again equal to k. H1 का ऑर्डर भी k होगा. और अभी आपने प्रूफ किया the generators in H, generators in two cyclic subgroup either all are common or never common. So this B is a generator of H1. B does not belong to H. So definitely the G of H intersection G of H1 should be 5. That is, generators of H1 does not contains in generators of H, or generator of H1 H does not contain in generator of H. So this is 5. And H1 has 5k elements of order 3, because H1 has 5k generators and each generator should be of order k, and these 5k elements are different from these 5k. So basically जब भी आपके पास फर्स्ट एलिमेंट एग्जिस्ट करा जिसका ऑर्डर k है, तो we have exactly at least 5k element of order k. Other than these 5k, if there exists at least one element, then there again exists 5k elements. So total 2 into 5k. Again, if there exists a third element which is of order k but not belonging to H, not belonging to H, so again there exists some 5k element of order k. So what is the conclusion? Either there does not exist any element of order k, that is 0. If at least one exists, then 5k must exist. If other than this 5k there is another element, then 2 into 5k exists. If other than this 2 into 5k there is other element of order k, then 3 into 5k. That is, in any group, the number of elements of order k must be multiple of 5k. So what we have conclusion that G be any group of order n, then number of element of order k in G is always multiple of 5k, that is R into 5k. This R can be either 0, 1, 2 n. So किसी भी ग्रुप में किसी फिक्स ऑर्डर k के हमेशा जो एलिमेंट्स होंगे वो हमेशा 5k के मल्टीपल. So this one is an important property. Let's come to that question. What is your question? Question is, order of G is 20, then possible number of elements of order 5 in G. So options जो थे वो थे, first option is 4, second option is 6, third option is 10 and fourth option is 40. So ये possible option दिए थे. So अभी proof क्या? The number of element of order 5 in G is R into 5 of 5, always multiple of 5. If R is 0, then definitely 0. If R is 1, then definitely 5 is 4 or 8 or 12 or 16. So these are only possible number of element of order 5 in this group. So out of these 4 options, possible answer is only. So definitely group must have 4 elements of order 5. Okay. And next is some of the other application. So first we have discussed that G be any group of order n, then number of element of order k in G is multiple of 5. Now next is, if G be any group, maybe finite, maybe infinite, maybe cyclic, non cyclic, abelian, non abelian, there is no restriction, it can be any group, then task is number of cyclic subgroup of order k in G. So k order के cyclic subgroup कितने एग्जिस्ट करेंगे? किसी भी ग्रुप में अगर आपको काउंटिंग करनी है नंबर ऑफ साइक्लिक सबग्रुप ऑफ ऑर्डर के, फॉर एग्जांपल if order of group A is a 20, then number of subgroups of order 5. Option A is 0, does not exist. Option B 1, option C 2, and option D none of these. So the number of a subgroup of order 5 in a group of order 20. Now the subgroup of order 5 is a prime number. So every subgroup of order 5 must be a cyclic subgroup. So basically you have to count the number of a cyclic subgroup of order 5 in a group of order 20. So let me write down general formula and then we will count this particular case. So if K does not, or if there does not exist any cyclic, or if G has an element of order K. So basic idea is whenever you have to generate a cyclic subgroup, then you should have an element of order K. किसी भी ग्रुप के पास ऑर्डर K का एलिमेंट तभी होगा whenever K divides order of K, provided it is fine. So I am not using the division property because group can be infinite. Assuming that G has an element of order K. So definitely order K says that element is A. So this implies H can be generated by A, and this is a cyclic subgroup of order K, and there exist 5k generators of this H. So there exist 5k elements of order K. So जब भी आपको एक साइक्लिक सबग्रुप जनरेट करना है, so सबसे पहले जब भी आपको साइक्लिक सबग्रुप जनरेट करना है ऑफ ऑर्डर के, तो सबसे पहले आपके पास एक एलिमेंट होना चाहिए ऑर्डर के, और अगर एक मिल गया तो 5 के कारण एक उसमें आएगा। अब इसके अलावा एक और जनरेट करना है तो यू शुड हैव अ बी एलिमेंट अदर देन दिस 5k, देन यू कैन अगेन जनरेट अ साइक्लिक सबग्रुप ऑफ ऑर्डर के। सो एक साइक्लिक सबग्रुप को जनरेट करने के लिए आपके पास 5k एलिमेंट्स चाहिए जिनका ऑर्डर k होगा। अगर 2 जनरेट करने हैं तो 2 into 5k, और अगर t जनरेट करने हैं तो t into 5k, बिकॉज the generators of two distinct cyclic subgroup of order k is never common. तो दो cyclic group में generators कभी common नहीं होते। तो अगर फर्स्ट में 5k यूज हो रहे हैं, सेकंड में भी 5k यूज होंगे, तो अगर आपके पास t नंबर ऑफ cyclic subgroup हैं तो आपके पास order k के कितने एलिमेंट होंगे? t into 5k. So based on this property we can directly write down, if G has T distinct cyclic subgroup of order K, so एक cyclic subgroup में exactly 5k जनरेटर्स होंगे, और order of every generator must be equal to k, और दो डिस्टिंक्ट साइक्लिक ग्रुप में जनरेटर्स कॉमन होंगे। सो डायरेक्टली दिस इंप्लाइज देयर एग्जिस्ट एग्जैक्टली t into 5k elements of order k. So if G has a T distinct cyclic subgroup of order K, then there must exist T into 5k elements of order K. Or if we will assume that this is equal to some value m, so this implies T must be equal to m upon 5k. और ये जो m है, this is number of elements of order A in G upon 5. So in any group, the number of subgroup of number of a cyclic subgroup of order A is always number of element of order A upon 5. So this is the direct formula to count the cyclic subgroup. Remember that this is for cyclic subgroup, not for any subgroup. Now come to question. So what is your question? G be a group of order 20, then number of a subgroup of G. So first let me write down one of the important theorem which will prove in Silo theorem, which is called Cauchy theorem for finite group. So we have already write down one important theorem which is called Lagrange theorem, and this one is the second important theorem which is called Cauchy theorem, which will prove in Silo. So what is statement of this theorem? If G be any finite group, say of order n, G be any finite group, and assuming that order of G must be n, and P is a prime number. So and P is prime number, कोई भी random prime number, such that P divides order of G. This implies G has an element of order P. So what is the statement? If G is any finite group and P is a prime number, when P divides order of G, then G must have an element of order P. Or obviously, if this is A element, then this implies we can generate H generated by A is a cyclic subgroup of order P. So what we can say that if G is a finite group, P is a prime number such that P divides order of G, then G must have a G must have an element of order P, and G must have a cyclic subgroup of order P. Or since except one, every group has a prime every group or order of every group has a prime divisor, so every group must have a cyclic subgroup except trivial one. Trivial one itself is a cyclic. So now come to that question. What is that question? Order of your group is 20, then number of subgroups of order 5 in G. G में 5 order के subgroups count करते हैं. Since 5 is a prime number and 5 divides order of G, so with the help of this Cauchy theorem implies that there exists A belongs to G such that order of A is 5. और ऑलरेडी आपने प्रूफ किया है कि if G has at least one element of order K, then it must have at least 5k element of order K. And this implies H is, which is generated by A, contains A square, A cube, A4 and A5, which is identity, is a cyclic subgroup of order 5. So guarantee if G be a group of order 20, and then it must have a cyclic subgroup of order 5, at least one exists. Or every subgroup of order 5 must be a cyclic, so at least one subgroup must exist. Now if there exists K which is generated by B and order of K is not equal to, sorry, order of K is 5 and H is not equal to K. That is, there exists another cyclic subgroup of order 5 whose order which is not equal to H. And we have already discussed that H into K, the cardinality of this set is the same as order of H into order of K upon order of H intersection K. Now order of H is the 5, order of K is 5. Now the generator of K is not in H, and we have already discussed that the generator of a two cyclic subgroup of same order either all same or never same. So these all elements are generator in H. Similarly, B, B square, B cube, B4 all are generator in K. So they never common because H is not equal to K. So definitely H intersection is a trivial group. So order must be 1. So H into K contains 25 elements. And H into K already contained in G. So this one is a contradiction. Since H into K is a subset of G, order of G is 20, but cardinality of H into K is 25. That is, the existence of K is not possible. By Cauchy theorem, this H must exist, or if H exists, so there is only one cyclic subgroup of order 5 in group of order 20, any group of order 20, and it has exactly 4 elements of order 5 in any group of order 20. So this is the one method. Whenever we will discuss this Silo theorem, then by using PSSG or P group, we can directly show this. And next is one of the important concept which we have discussed in last lecture. As a homework we have given that. What is that? If G be any group, so G be any group with property that for every n belongs to natural number, there exists exactly phi n elements of order n. So G is any group with property that for every natural number there is exactly phi n elements of order n. Then what about the subgroup of this group, or basically the number of subgroup of order n and the cyclic subgroup of order n? What about the finite subgroup of this group? So let me write down one of the important formula which is from number theory. The k divides of n, phi of k is always equal to n. This is called Euler's theorem. K divides n, then summation phi k must be equal to n. For example, if k is equal, n is equal to 12, so divisor of n is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. And there are 5 values. Phi 1 is 1, phi 2 is 1, phi 3 is 2, phi 4 is 2, phi 6 is 2, phi 12 is 4. Just use the formula, and if you will sum up this all values, you will get. So you can prove by using some of the number theory there. For any k divides n, sum of phi k must be equal to n. So with the help of this formula, we will prove some of the properties. So first property for this group, every finite subgroup is a cyclic. So this one is important property. If G be any group, with the property that for every natural number n there is exactly phi n element, then every finite order subgroup of this group must be a cyclic group or cyclic subgroup. Or if every finite order subgroup is a cyclic subgroup, then definitely number of subgroups of order n, since number of element of order n this group is the phi n and the subgroup of order n is a cyclic subgroup, so we have already tried the formula. The number of a cyclic subgroup of order k is equal to number of element of order k upon phi k. So based on that formula, this must be is equal to 1 because number of element of order n is a phi n, so phi n by phi n is 1. So if we will prove this first one, second statement definitely obeys both. So let's start with the first proof of first theorem. So given that for any n belongs to natural number, G has exactly phi n element. So let H is a subgroup of G and order of H is something K. Or for contradictory, assume that H is a non-cyclic. If possible, assuming that H is non-cyclic subgroup. Now, by Lagrange theorem, order of every element A belongs to H, such that order of A divides order of H, which is K. So this implies order of A can be at most K and at least 1. Now group is a non-cyclic, so definitely order of A is strictly less than 1. Because if H has an element of order K, then it must be cyclic. So the possible order of any element in H is 1 to K and never equal to K. Let possible order of elements in H are something R1, R2, R3 and R or R1, R2, R3 or some Rn. These are possible order. So definitely each Ri divides K and Ri never equal to K. Because if Ri is equal to K, then your group is cyclic. Each Ri divides K and Ri not equal to K. And we have already proved that if G be a group and it has an element of order K, then it must have at least phi K element of order K. So with that property, H has R1 element, H has an element of order R1, H has an element of order R2, H has an element of order R3 and H has an element of order Rn. So implies there exists at least phi of Ri elements of order Ri in H. But in a G there is exactly phi Ri element of order I, because given that in G for every n belongs to natural number there is exactly phi n elements of order n. So with this property, since H has an element of R1, R2 or Ri, so definitely at least phi of Ri element exists in H, but in a G there are exactly phi of Ri elements. So this we can say that, or this implies there exists exactly phi of Ri elements of order Ri in H, because in G there are exactly 5 Ri. So there is a 5 R1 element of order R1, 5 R2 element of order R2, 5 R3 element of order R3, and 5 Rn element of order Rn. So this definitely implies the summation phi of Ri with Ri divides K and Ri not equal to K must be equal to order of H, because these are only possible order and these are total number of element of these order. So total sum should be equal to order of H. But by Euler theorem, summation K divides N, phi of K is equal to N, and if K not equal to N, then definitely this value is less than N. In this case, Ri are divisors of a K, but Ri not equal to K, but we are showing that this sum equal to K. So definitely this is a contradiction. And this inequality hold only when Ri, sum of Ri must be equal to K, or if at least one Ri equal to K, so H has an element of order K, so definitely H must be a cyclic. The simple review: H is a subgroup of G, order of H is K, assuming that H is a non-cyclic. So the possible order of every element in H is strictly less than K or greater than or equal to 1, and order of every element divides K. Let possible order is R1, R2, R3, Rn, and then definitely Ri divides K or Ri never equal to K. And in any group, if there is at least one element of order K, then at least 5 K elements of order K. So based on that property, H has at least 5 R1 element of order R1, 5 R2 element of order R2, 5 Rn element of order Rn. That is, for each I there is at least 5 Ri element of order Rn. But in G we have property for every n there is exactly 5 n element of order n. So definitely in H for each Ri there is exactly 5 Ri element of order Rn. So sum of these all element or sum of these all values must be equal to order of H, which is K, and this Ri divides K but Ri not equal to K. Then by Euler's theorem, if K divides N, phi K, this must be equal to N. If K does not equal to N, so definitely this value is less than N. So from this left hand side, this value must be less than equal to K, or must be less than K. So definitely that is correct. Hence, this H must have an element of order K, or if it has an element of order K, then it must be cyclic. So what we have proved that if G be any group such that for every n belongs to natural number, there exists exactly phi of n elements of order n, implies every finite order subgroup is cyclic. So this one is important property. G need not be cyclic, but every finite order subgroup of G must be a cyclic. And second property is the number of subgroups of order K is exactly 1, because for each K there is exactly 5 K elements, or for each K the subgroup of order K is a cyclic. Then just use the counting of a cyclic. So these are some of the application of a finite cyclic group, or we are using some of the properties of a finite cyclic group. In the next lecture we will continue with the group of non-zero complex number under multiplication, and the group of bijections, and then the group of subsets. Thank you.